Hey everybody, this is Nicole from Cause We Love to Scrap, and today I'm going to be bringing you a page featuring my sweet kitty Malcolm, and I am going to start with my Hip Kit Club kit. That's the February kit, and I want to do some mixed media on it, so I'm going to prep it with this clear gesso, and so that's what I'm going to be doing here. So much faster when it's fast forwarded, otherwise it takes forever. But I don't do the whole page because I'm not going to be working on the whole page. I already kind of know what I'm going to do, so I do that and I set it to dry. I'm going to try and voice over this whole video with just one recording, so if I slip up, you're just gonna have to hear it. So anyway, I pick out this stencil here, and to start, I'm going to dry brush some white acrylic paint on my page. I don't want to do too much, just a little bit to kind of break up this pattern that's going on here. So you can see me do that. And I do have a song in the background, so hopefully when I'm kind of quiet, you can still hear that. But yep, I just put some dry brush in both directions to add some interest and, like I said, to break up that pattern. Now I'm going to be bringing out some texture paste, and it's a paste that I got from Close to My Heart. It's from Ranger. I'm gonna add some color shine to it. You know, it didn't even come shiny or sparkly or shimmery when it was done, so what a big waste of time that was, in my opinion. I could have just added some paint, or like some acrylic paint, or I could have added some watercolor paint, or just even a plainer spray, because the shimmer does not come through at all. So I'm gonna add this kind of around where I think that I'm gonna add my photos to. I'm going to be adding them there in the upper right corner. So I'm gonna have some embellishments come down and go out to the side on the left there. So that's where I put my mixed media. Off camera, when I wash my stencil and my palette thing, I go to my kitchen sink and I just wash it with kitchen soap, dish soap, and it works great. Here I'm adding some leftover foam pieces to my pictures so that they can have some oomph to it. I'm grabbing the stuff that I'm going to use to make flowers, because I'm going to do some handmade flowers by tearing different sizes of circles here. I kind of cut around what size that I want, that way I can get it pretty close to the size that I need it to be. But you'll see here that I'm gonna make a bunch of these circles. I start with a big one and then I just keep going until it's pretty far down. For the big, oh, there was a camera bump there. I don't know if that was me or one of my daughters bouncing around the table. But for the big flowers, I'm going to wind up using those big yellow brads. And for the littler ones, I'm going to use littler yellow brads. So they're all going to have yellow brads for these blue flowers. And this paper matched the little blue dot in the middle of this pattern paper. So I thought these were great to use with this. My palette on this page is pretty much blues to fit in with that blue paper. So I'm gonna make a whole bunch of flowers off camera, so you won't have to watch me make a bunch of flowers. I wind up with quite a few flowers. I think 3 big ones, 2 mediums, and 3 little ones. I think that's what I wind up doing. So you can just see here, I make a little one with a little square And then I'm gonna be done with those. I also pulled out some jeweled brads that I'm gonna use on the page as well. So now I'm gonna show you how I make these. I stab it in the middle of it, and then I just crinkle it up and then put a brad through it. And I undo the brad for now just because I want it to stay with the flower, but I do use the brad to put it on my paper. So just enjoy some music while I make those flowers for you. I did go ahead and make the rest of those flowers off screen, so I do have those finished. And now I believe I'm gonna start putting my page together. So you can see I'm gonna do my pictures over there. I have to roll this in the opposite direction because it was getting all turny on me, and you know how mixed media gets if you've ever worked with it. It has a mind of its own on the paper. So yes, I'm gonna put my pictures there. Then I'm gonna put my flowers. And you can just watch me kind of build this up, and with all the flowers and some flower gems. I pull out some yellow flowers. I look at other blue flowers to see what will work. I'm gonna cut some leaves with this gray paper off screen with my Cricut. And then after that's done, I'm going to continue building my page. You can see I grabbed this little viewfinder cut file that I have. I look at all of the different color of yellow flowers that I have to see what I can put on. I look at the blue and then I just decide, no, it's, it doesn't match the paper, it doesn't match any of the other colors, so I'm just gonna pull out the yellow flowers and use them. And I'm going to let you watch my process here of me building this page. And if I feel like there's something important for me to say, then I'll come back on and I will pop that in. But for now, you can just listen to some music and watch my process. So I'm just going to be adding some little half pearl stickers. I use my Close to My Heart liquid glass to stick them down so I know that they're not going anywhere. You saw me pick out some of those pink fresh lemons and put those in my page because the yellow was just perfect. And here I'm going to take some of my texture paste and just put it over all of my embellishments just to add that extra something. I've seen other people do this, so I wanted to include it too to see how it would look on my page. It looks okay. I mean, I don't think it needed it, and I don't think it hurt it either. So Not sure if I'm going to continue to do it. It is an extra step, but it does just add a little bit extra texture to the page. I tried to keep it all going one direction so that it doesn't look too crazy. And then, so I get finished with that. Now I'm gonna add some of this Magicals that I got, I think back in the December color kit. I'm going to add it behind all of my embellishments and my picture. Just kind of just float it in there. I start to add some more of the Magicals in areas that I wanted to have a little bit extra, and then kind of just move my paper so that little drips start to fall. Not a lot. Sadly, they kind of moved to one side, which I was not expecting, but it's, you know, it's made in by hand. That's how it's gonna be. So I finish with that, and then I just go ahead and go through and make some splatters. So I try to, and of course I cover my pictures. I don't want those splatters to be on there. I was gonna take that away, but then I decided, yep, I need to add some more splatters. I do acrylic paint, and I just mix some water in with it, and then I just tap away on my paintbrush to make some of those splatters. Again, leaving my picture covered because I don't want anything to go over my precious little Malcolm. So then I grab the Magicals, the Color Shine spray that I was using earlier, and I'm just gonna tap that everywhere to add more splatters. Tapping, tapping, tapping. I like a lot of splatters on my page, so I gotta get it everywhere, including all over my desk. So now it's title time, and I'm gonna use some alphas from my stash. I start with my up here, but then I thought, you know, I don't want my sweet part to be under. Kind of gets lost, so I move my end sweet up above, and I try to put it on top of my embellishments, which it looks okay, but it's really hard to stick down like that, so I do wind up having it up here like this. I glue it down with liquid glass because I do not want it going anywhere. So that's what I wound up doing. And then I add Malcolm underneath these top florals. I started over too far, and then I wind up, when I'm done, I wind up moving it back. And again, I do stick this down with liquid glass as well because I do not want my letters going anywhere, and they fall off, and that's just how they are. So I always try to stick my letters down with sorry, I stick my letters down with liquid glass. So after I move that over, that's what I'm gonna do. I decided it needed just a little bit of journaling. All it says is February 2021. I draw some lines to it, and that's pretty much it. That's my page. So I want to thank you for stopping by. I would encourage you to hit the like button and then to subscribe if you can. Thanks.